Hey guys, how's it going? Since we're on a break this week, I thought of making a different type of video today. So, chapter 1000 is right around the corner, and I thought that I would give my predictions as to what could happen in chapter 1000. Before I start with this video, I want you guys to know that this video will contain some spoilers from the manga. So, if you have not caught up with the manga, then I highly recommend you catching up and then getting back to this video. Now that that's out of the way, let's begin with the video. Chapter 1000 will be a monumental achievement for Eiichiro Oda. After 23 long years of serialization, Oda is finally reaching the chapter 1000 mark. This is a really big achievement and very few mangaka have made it to this mark. Especially with the growing levels of competition in Shonen Jump, it has become increasingly difficult for series to actually make it to such a milestone without compromising the quality of the story or without getting cancelled. The fans of the series, myself included, have really high expectations for chapter 1000, and I'm pretty sure that Oda will deliver on it. There has been a lot of speculation about what chapter 1000 could be. Today, I will talk about all the various possibilities and give you guys the options that I feel are the most probable ones. The first option is the introduction of the lurking legend. Back in 2017, in an interview during Jump Festa, Oda said that he would introduce one of the legends that lurk in the One Piece world. This legend would be the greatest enemy that the Straw Hats have ever faced. Some people believe that the lurking legend could either be Rocksteady Zebek or Shiki. I believe that if the lurking legend was to be revealed, then chapter 1000 would be a really great chapter to do it. The next possibility is we get a tragedy on chapter 1000, possibly marking the end of Act 3. After the recent chapters, it is clearly evident that soon the scabbards are going to fall one by one, and even possibly some of them dying. I think if Oda wanted to make a really impactful chapter, then what better way to do it than showing us the downfall of the scabbards and even the death of few of them. This could neatly intertwine with Luffy reaching the rooftop. As we have seen in the previous chapters, Luffy has to climb multiple floors to reach the rooftop, and if he climbs one floor per chapter, then we could see him reaching the rooftop at chapter 1000, where we could see that while Luffy was trying to reach the rooftop, the scabbards have been badly defeated and even some of them have been killed. The next possibility is that Act 3 ends at chapter 999 and we get an interlude looking at other things that are happening in the world. The interludes between each of the acts has really helped to bring about a change from the monotony, especially during the first two acts, which were mainly build-up acts or setup acts. Ever since the Reverie, we the readers have become heavily invested in what's happening across the world. Plus, Oda has left a few plot points open, which needs to be resolved, and I believe that it would be great to cut away from all this action for some time, and to see what is happening around the world. We could cut back to what happened after the Reverie. Since we got to know during the interlude between Acts 1 and 2, the revolutionaries clashed with the admirals. The next time we heard about any of this was during the interludes between Acts 2 and 3, where we see the reactions from various people like Dragon, the other revolutionaries, Daran, and Makino. The news makes it look like something really bad has happened to Sabo. We could possibly get an explanation as to what happened to Sabo and where he is right now. We could also get an explanation as to what happened to Vivi and Cobra. During the interlude between Acts 2 and 3, Garp tells Neptune that something has happened with the Alabasta Kingdom right after the Reverie. I think this ties in with what Big News Morgans was about to publish. He said that there was a death and an attempted assassination. The last we hear about Morgans is that he's on his way to meet Warpole, who has some information. My guess is that this information is regarding Vivi. I think that the death that Morgan spoke about could be the death of King Cobra and the attempted assassination was that of Vivi's. It is very possible that the world government is trying to pin the murder of Cobra on Sabo. We could also see what Blackbeard is up to. The last we saw him was during the interlude between Acts 2 and 3. He had said that they were planning to move out and that instead of letting a certain something land in the hands of the Marines, he would much rather take it for himself. We could get an explanation as to what this certain something is. During the interlude between Acts 2 and 3, We also get the news that the Shichibukai, or the Seven Warlord system, has also been abolished. And last we had seen them, all the warlords were being chased by the Marines. We could see what has happened there. Kobe was on his way to fight Hancock. A fleet of Marine ships had gone to capture Mihawk. A few dozen Marines had also gone to capture Buggy and Weevil. I would love to see what happened between Kobe and Hancock. There is even a possibility that we cut back to see what happened after Shanks met the Gorosei, and it is very probable that he is on his way to stop Blackbeard from taking that certain something before the Marines can get their hands on it. The next possibility is Marines showing up in Wano. We know that since Drake is a member of SWORD, the Marines have some information about what's happening in Wano, and we also know that Cypherpole Zero is also in Wano. So I don't think it's hard to say that the Marines will also land up in Wano. As we learned some time back, Kizaru is ready to go to Wano, but Sakazuki had told him not to go yet because they don't have enough information. And since Drake has been passing on information to Kobe, I highly doubt that Sakazuki will be quiet after learning about everything that's happening in Wano. The next possibility is a reveal of a prominent character. This has been a trend where, on milestone chapters, Oda has revealed something important, be it a character or a certain plot point. Like, for example, in chapter 100, we get the reveal of Monkey D. Dragon. In chapter 300, we get the reveal that NL is still alive and is on his way to the moon using his Arc Maxim. In chapter 500, we are introduced to Silver's Rayleigh, the right-hand man of the Pirate King. In chapter 700, we get the news of Doflamingo resigning his position from the Shichibukai. In chapter 800, we get the reveal of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. So, judging by the trend, it is very possible that we may get the reveal of somebody important. The few people that I thought that would make sense are, firstly, the reveal of Green Bull. Green Bull is the only admiral that we have not yet seen. And in the times that we have actually seen him, he has only been in a silhouetted form. And if there's a chance that the Marines are coming, then it is very probable that we may get the reveal of Green Bull. The next person that I believe we could get a reveal of is Dr. Vegapunk. Vegapunk has been mentioned multiple times throughout the story, and it would make a lot of sense if Vegapunk was to land up in Wano, because Orochi wanted Vegapunk in exchange for something when he was trying to make a deal with the CP0. The last reveal that I believe that could happen is the reveal of the SSG. As we get to know from Fujitora, the SSG was created as a replacement for the Shichibukai system, which means that they have to be pretty powerful. And since there is a possibility of the Marines showing up, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that they could bring the SSG as well. The last possibility that I could think of was the Grand Fleet arriving in Wano. Since we know that the Grand Fleet members have Luffy's Weaver card, there is a possibility that it started to burn out after the initial fight that Luffy had with Kaido. And after noticing that the card has started to burn, they must have followed the card to reach Wano to aid Luffy in his battle. Among the options that I have given, I believe that the most probable options are Luffy reaches the rooftop at either chapter 999 or chapter 1000, and we see a face-off between Luffy and Kaido. As soon as he reaches the rooftop, he would see that the Scabbards are defeated and even possibly dead. This could be the end of Act 3. Or, we could have Act 3 ending in chapter 999, and then we cut to around the world to see what's happening and get more information on the various things that are happening. Either way, I believe the chapter 1000 will be something very grand, and hopefully Oda delivers. Although, there is also a possibility that Oda trolls us like how he usually does, and just gives us a normal chapter. So, these are my thoughts on this said topic. What do you guys think will happen in chapter 1000? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video, then do hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, then please do subscribe and hit the bell notification to be informed when I upload new video. As always, hope you guys have an amazing day. This is Rajan signing out.